I think you went overboard with getting the sec. Ah! In one of my Facebook posts and in one of my YouTube posts, I mentioned that I wanted to try to raise a spider species that is quite popular at the moment in the terrarium hobby. But the prices of those spiders were a bit high. Despite that, I got a pretty good deal. But to get the whole story, you need to know where it started, with the arrival of a parcel from Częstochowa. Enjoy! Hi, this is Mark from Tarantuhala. Important package today, I tell you. We need to check if everything is alive, so yeah, let's jump into the video.
So absolutnie pięknie.
This one is also alive.
O, udało się otworzyć pierwszego. Cześć! Cześć! Jaki ty jesteś słodki! O Boże! One są absolutnie boskie.
Some time passed and yeah, those little spiders that weren't much bigger than a seed of poppy, they grew quite a bit. At this stage I can really see them, I can see how they interact with me, and I can say a word or two about the care of those animals. Since yeah, they were so tiny and I was really afraid that I could squish them or that they fall somewhere down and I can't find them. That was the case in one moment. But right now, yeah, they are cute little spiders, and today we want to give them water and to put some food inside. I probably made a mistake by using cups that can be opened from the top, because all those spiders are making their lairs on the top. There's one, well, I believe this one here, that made a lair on a stick. Those enclosures were set up when we got our spiders, so when they were really small. I was really afraid that they could fit between the gaps between the lid and the rest of the enclosure, the cup. But nothing of that happened. We tried to use vermiculite because a lot of keepers keep them on this stuff. The downside is the small jumping spiders. They are so small that they can fit between these little stones. Those are stones, right? They can fit between those and they are barely visible. So we could only notice them after they crawled out on these cork barks here, which are also not really fortunate for keeping small jumping spiders due to the coloration. Technically they don't need this stuff, but I wanted to make something more appealing. How to care for those guys? You need to give them water every 2-3 days, especially when they are small. The substrate doesn't need to be moist at all. They need to have, just like with a tarantula. Tarantula needs a water dish, and those guys, you can, like in this case here, you give them a bit of water on the side of the enclosure, on one side, and through that they have water droplets that they can drink the water that they need. Probably the most water they need is taken from the food, and food is a really important topic. Those are Drosophila hidei, the big ones. They are great for this size here, but for the tiny slings, use the Drosophila melanogaster. Try not to destroy their home. It will be probably located on the top of the enclosure. So yeah, be careful. Want to explore? No? Oh, you look scared. Alright, we've watered the enclosures of those spiders and we probably have a female here, since the chelicerae were pink. I think that's good enough. Okay, let's get to the feeding. I have a lot of inverts, and since I got true spiders like the golden orb weavers, the widow spider and those jumping spiders, I needed to create a strategy how to feed them in batches very quickly. We need an empty cup. We take our fruit flies and we are putting them inside. We open the enclosure, throw a few fruit flies inside, and from time to time shake this cup so no fruit fly can come out. Some will eventually come out, but yeah, we will try to make that as clean as possible. And let's open the enclosure, put a few inside. Oh, that's a bit too much. One thing that you need to keep in mind, jumping spiders have a pretty good eyesight, so in order to hunt, they need to see their prey. And not like with tarantulas where they can feel the vibrations, so they need to see what they want to hunt, and hence we are keeping the jumping spiders in the shelf that has LED lighting. So this is the basic care guide for those jumping spiders. I am happy that I haven't posted the video earlier that I got them, since I don't have that much experience with those. But right now I'm pretty confident that they are easy to keep if you are keeping in mind those few points, that they need water in form of droplets on the sides of the enclosure, that they have proper size of food depending on the size of the spider, and that they have light, that they can see the prey. I'm really happy that I got those. A bit sad that one of them passed after some molting complications, but still, they look amazing, and to the person that sent me those, thank you very much. They are awesome, and you're right, the package really contains a lot of happiness. So now it's your turn. Share your experiences with jumping spiders. Do you keep them? Have you bred them? I mean, they are cute. I'm not sure if this is a good first spider to keep. They are very delicate. They need, compared to tarantulas, specialized food, maybe, yeah, to name it like that, because they need those fruit flies. There are some things that you need to keep in mind when you keep them, but if you feel you have the confidence to do that and the knowledge, do it. It's an awesome experience. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing, ring the bell, leave a comment what you like, what you want to see in future videos, and as always, thank you for watching. Tarantuhala out. Narata, my shoulder is not your litter box.